Hi there, welcome back to Black Bear Dog Trading. In this video I am going to share with you the final trading routine that's included in my bot that I gave you free access to. It's called the M and W pattern, also known as double top and double bottom patterns. I'll show you how you have to trade this and what you do to create an entry position and where you should exit your position as well. But first, we need to tell our bot that we want to trade the M and W pattern. To do that, we click on our smiley face, we go to the trade routines and make sure that trade M and W pattern is set to yes. Simply click and select, and everything else is set to no. Then we scroll down where we see the option that will ask us to set the M and W pattern configuration. And the only thing to configure here is the price difference tolerance. The smaller you set that number, the smaller the gap will be between the neckline and the tip of the pattern M or W. The larger you set this number, the smaller the gap will be between the neckline and the tip of the M or W pattern. Don't worry if you don't know yet about neckline. I will explain that to you right now. But first, let's finish up our setting. Click on OK. And now the panel shows you that you are in the M and W pattern routine. And the only available stats are your lot size, your spread, as well as your profit ratio. That is it. The bot will automatically select and analyze whether or not a M or W pattern has been formed and will notify you where you should enter a sell or buy position by means of an arrow. Number one. Number two, by means of a pop-up message if you have set show alerts to yes, right here at the very bottom of the setup function. And number three, by sending a sound alert and text message to your cell phone if you went through the mobile configurations, which I also showed you in a prior video, how you set this in your overall setup from your MT4 platform. Okay, we are now at the chart of the Euro USD, and at this point in time, unfortunately, there is no double top or double bottom pattern that has been formed at this very moment in real time. So I'm forced to go back a little bit in time to show you how and what. I wish I could do it in real time, but there isn't one. And anyway, so as you can see, let me draw a little circle around this right here. There is clearly an M pattern that formed right here. And there is a W pattern that formed right here. Yes, you do have to use your imagination a little bit. It's not exact, just like you would write. That would be fantastic if it was. It's rarely that way, but it's some kind of pattern that resembles these two letters. So that's one of the reasons why I chose for the bot to do the analysis for you, because the human eye is different. The perception of the human eye and what you see is different for every individual. One person can spot it easily, another one not so quickly. There is another M pattern that formed right here. Here we go, right here. So then there is the one that I chose first right here, and there is the W pattern that formed right here. So the neckline to begin with is the bottom portion on a double bottom that is in between leg 1 and leg 2. The neckline in a double bottom or W pattern is the tip between leg 1 and leg 2. The price tolerance as is being required to complete in the setup function is the neckline. So what I showed you earlier, the neckline would be here. So the closer you are to the first leg is to the neckline, the smaller the tolerance number is. The further away the neckline would be from the first bar or first leg, the greater the tolerance will be. What is the advantage? Well, the smaller tolerance gives you a bit more accurate reflections, renderings of the W and M patterns. So so how do you trade this? Well, it's actually quite simple and straightforward. In a prior video, I gave you this chart and I showed you how you can trade the 10 patterns that professional traders use. In our case here, we limit ourselves to just two, the double bottom and the double top, or the W and M pattern. If you haven't downloaded this chart yet, I'll leave another link below in the description box so you can have it. And like I said, you'll get to see all the patterns that professional traders use. So the concept of trading this is very simple. In the case of a W pattern, price has to be moving down. It has to go below support and continue until some point, whatever that level is. It then retraces back up, but does not go through the support level. Instead, it bounces back down yet again, and then it retraces back yet again onto support level. At that moment, if price now goes above support level, that's where you place your entry. You place your target just below the start of the first leg of the pattern, and you place your stop loss usually just above midpoint in the case of a W pattern, or just below midpoint in the case of a M or double top pattern. The same works exactly for the M pattern or double top. Price is moving up and goes above resistance and continues to go. At some point it stops, it retraces, but it does not go below the resistance level. Instead, it bounces back up yet again, more or less hits that same level. It can be a little higher, it can be a little lower. It's not exact science. Don't get a ruler and measure this. Again, you need to have a little bit of leeway here. And then price continues to retrace again, hitting the resistance level yet again. The moment price now breaks through this resistance, that's where you would enter a sell position. You would set your target just above the start of the first leg of the pattern, and you would set your stop loss roughly below midpoint of the second leg. This is how you do this. So let's see this on an actual chart, and so you get a little bit more of an understanding. As you can see right here, here is the first leg. We drew the M pattern was created right here. There you go. So at this point in time, we would have entered our position right at, let me use the arrows, entered our position right just below when it went below the second, for the second time, when below the neckline, and we would then have set our profit target just above the start, which was right here, and we would have set our stop loss about halfway of the second leg, which would be right here. So this is how you trade this. The M pattern, the W pattern is the exact, by the way, this would have been a sell position because we were going up, above resistance, down to resistance, above resistance, down and through resistance. So this made this a sell opportunity. Here we have a W pattern right here. And the concept is the same. That, by the way, this entire bar would be the start of the first leg. And the concept is the same. We would see the price coming down, hit support, bounce back up, go back down, hit, sorry, my bad, let me rephrase this. Price is coming down, goes through support right here, continues to go back down, goes back up to support, goes back down, goes back up to support, and at this point in time, we would then, just like that, enter a buy position. We would set our profit target just below the start of the leg. We would set our take profit about just below midpoint of the second leg. This is how you trade this. Now, this sounds complicated. It really isn't, but the visuality of it is not so easy to spot these patterns, because as you see, the bars, move up, down, and you really have to be perceptive. So, and if you shrink your chart down, that becomes even the bars down, I mean, that becomes even lesser visible. So that's the main reason why I decided to have the bot doing the analysis for you and let you know when a M pattern or a W pattern has formed, and then whether or not you should take a buy or a sell position, and it's up to you to do so. If the bot tells you a W pattern right here has formed and you should enter a buy position right here, then all you want to do is click on buy, and it will automatically enter and register the lot sizes that are also automatically calculated. So basically, other than entering the order and closing, setting your stop loss and your take profit, this is really a semi-automated routine. That's all there's really to it. If you're interested in learning about all the other patterns, let me shrink this down a little bit here to maybe 100%. There you go. These are all the 10 patterns right here that professional traders use. You can learn them. You now know how this works. They have clearly defined entry points, exit points, and it's really up to you which patterns you want to use. The bot as is comes included with the M and the W pattern, and I now showed you how to trade it. So this is it for this video. Next video we'll start focusing on making actual trades, and we'll take it from there. All right, until then, take care and God bless.